When you look back on the way the season ended, maybe not for you because of the injury, but just for the team, what sort of sticks with you about that playoff series?
I mean, I think we all just felt like we just missed an opportunity. I mean, I think we all know we could have played better in that series, and they just came out. They were way more aggressive than we were on both ends of the floor, and it showed. And I think we all know that. We all remember that, and we know what type of mindset we have to have coming into the season, and then hopefully next postseason.
Mo, as you've had time to reflect, are you able to kind of pinpoint why your last two seasons you've had kind of ebbs in your season?
No.
You haven't been able to figure that out?
Next question.
Is that any concern as you enter this season of
Next
trying
question.
to figure that?
Next question.
So next question. All right.
Before the playoffs, you have your procedure. Dame turns his ankle again. Is there any talk about how that affects? Do you guys try and move past that? Do you acknowledge that at least when you're talking about what happened last season?
I mean, yeah, obviously, when something happens to a team, like a player gets hurt or and just anything that messes up the flow, you have to adjust, and it's in the playoffs. It's especially hard to adjust like that when Dame's playing banged up and I couldn't play because I just had a procedure, and we were rolling. We won. Was it 15 games or 13 games in a row, and then next thing you know, guys are starting to get banged up and everything just changes. And it's just hard. I remember the game that Dame had to leave when he had the baby. I think we lost to Memphis, and they were like a pretty bad team at the time. And, that just shows you how just one player being removed from, or one player having something that messes with them can affect the whole team. Because like I said, we're a team, and we were in the flow, and one thing can just mess up the whole flow. But we have to do a better job of not letting that happen when things happen and things come up during the season. We got to just find a way to come together and still make it work.
Mo, I think people look at you as one of the guys in this team in particular, even though you've been in the league for a while. You're still rather young and still have some room to grow. So I'm curious. You're one of the guys too that during the off season we don't really see a whole lot of you. So I'm curious, kind of what your regimen is, or what are maybe some of the things you emphasize in the off season to kind of try to take you into the regular season.
I mean, this off season was a little bit different because I was trying to pretty much get back to 100% for most of the summer. Then early in the summer, I was here for the first month and a half, just doing my rehab, and it took me a while to be able to really be back on the court and be able to go full speed. I had to take things slow. It's still a process now, but it's been a different summer this year, and honestly, I've never been into that posting videos and stuff on social media anyway. But like you said, every guy's different, and for me this year it was a lot more of being careful and trying to make sure my leg was 100% before I could go full speed again. So it's still something that I keep a close eye on and I have to monitor even now.
When was that actually?
When was what?
When you get 100% and clear for the
It's still a work in progress.
Okay, so that hasn't happened.
No.
Will you practice?
I'll be involved in practice, but I don't think I'll be 100% in practice. Yeah. I mean, we have a goal in mind, but it's kind of just it's kind of a feel it out thing. We got to just push it and keep pushing it, and we have been lately, just trying to see how far we can go without pain and how much we can tolerate. So I just got to continue to do that. I've played some 2-on-2, some 3-on-3. I haven't played 5-on-5 with the guys yet, but it's like we're close. So but it's like I said, I just had to be a lot more careful because I didn't early in the summer. I wouldn't call it setbacks, but I had moments that I realized okay, you have to kind of slow down because you can possibly make this thing worse. So I just had to just take my time with it and be patient, and it's hard just being a competitor, wanting to play. But that's where you got to just listen to your body.
Well, you've made pretty good strides individually each of the last two seasons. Going into this season, what are your goals? What are you thinking about as far as what you can accomplish?
I think the main thing for me is I just got to be consistent, and not let anything else kind of play a part in the way I'm out there the way I am out there on the floor. Just be consistent with my game and just go out, like every night, just hit the ground running from the beginning. Like as a unit, we can't start slow again and expect to be able to do what we've done the past couple of seasons where we kind of start off lackluster and then pick it up at the end. And I think that's kind of been the story for me as well as the team and myself. So I just got to start off, have a good start, and just continue rolling from the beginning.